Hello, my dear students. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss an important keyword from GS Paper 4, that's Ethics, Integrity, and Aptitude. And today we are going to discuss all about what is intuition. This word is frequently used in our ethics paper, GS Paper 4. So the basic purpose of today's lecture is to discuss about what intuition is, and also to discuss what are the basic differences between intuition and conscience. We will also discuss about the application of intuition, and in this way you will find this keyword to be very useful and relevant for your GS paper 4. Now here, when we are discussing intuition, so first I would like to tell you that the intuition word comes from a Latin word, and that Latin word is intuere. And what does this intuere means? Intuere simply means to look inside or to contemplate. It means what? It means that intuition is internal in nature. And here, when we talk about intuition, so intuition simply means our ability to understand or our ability to know something immediately, spontaneously, without the need for conscious reasoning or logical analysis. It means that intuition is internal, it's spontaneous in nature. Okay, we came to know something without the need for logical reasoning or rational analysis. So in simple words, when we talk about intuition, we can simply say that many a times we experience it, that we are knowing something without knowing how we know. Okay, many a times in our life, okay, our decisions are guided by this intuition also. And you will find that we are knowing something without knowing what we know, in the very simple manner. So I have already discussed with you the meaning here. Let's revise it once again on the PPT. So the word intuition comes from the Latin word intuere. And what does it mean? It means to look inside or to contemplate. It means intuition is what? It is the ability to understand or ability to know something immediately. Immediately means in a spontaneous manner, without following a step-by-step process. Okay, without the need for conscious reasoning or logical analysis. It means in intuition, okay, conscious reasoning, logical analysis is not involved. This intuition is internal in nature. Let's discuss the features of the intuition so that we could understand it in a more clear manner. So the features are, first, it is a spontaneous in nature. A spontaneous simply means, okay, suppose you are walking through a road, you sense some danger, and you do what? Okay, you just change the road, you change the course. Okay, you are this, you sense some danger and suddenly you decided that I will change the road, but there is no any sign of danger, but you took this decision instantly. Okay, you are not looking after the proof of danger, but instantly you are doing what? You are sensing danger and changing your route. Okay, so the decision to change your route has been taken in a spontaneous manner. Okay, you are not following rational analysis, logical analysis, or you are not finding proof for danger, but you sensed it, you get the answer instantly. Okay, and this is internal, and without taking step by step, without finding for the proof of danger, you suddenly decided to change the route. So that's why we say that intuition is as spontaneous in nature. The second important point is non-rational. I already have discussed with you that rational analysis or reasoning is not involved. It means it is non-rational. Okay, taking decision on behalf of this internal guiding compass, that is intuition. So many a times you will find that your decision will be biased also. Many a times you will find that the intuition based decisions are incorrect also, but many a times we also find that the intuition based decisions are correct also. So it's not a guarantee that the decision will always be correct, and that's why we say that it is non rational in nature. It bypass logical deduction, okay, and it is based on inner sensing only. And intuition is emotional in nature. Why I am saying emotional, this element is very much important because you have frequently used a word that is, this is my gut instinct, gut feeling, अंदर से आवाज आ रही है कि ये बात सच है. So many a times we act in accordance with our gut feeling or gut sense, okay. So when we act in accordance with our gut feeling or gut sense, so we can say that this is emotional in nature also, okay. At the same time, this intuition is, okay, in our subconscious, okay, mind. So what happens that we take decision on the basis of instincts that are in subconscious mind, okay. And these instincts which are present in our subconscious mind, they originates from our past experiences. They are originated from our past values. They are originated from different patterns that we observe in our life, and all these patterns are mapped in our brain, and on the basis of that we take decision, okay. So obviously the next feature is subconscious, and lastly we can say here that the decisions that we take on the basis of this intuition are very fast, are time bound. In uncertain situations, in very difficult situations, many a times we will find that the administrators also take decision on the basis of intuition. With example I will discuss and you will be able to understand. So always remember, intuition is what? Internal in nature. You can also write internal in nature. It is a spontaneous, non-rational, emotional, subconscious, fast and automatic, okay. And it is universal too. Intuition is universal too, okay. Intuition is universal too, right. So these are the basic features, okay, through which we can identify this intuition. Now if we look at the types of intuition, so generally there are many more other types, but these are the three main types of intuition. For example, the one is moral intuition, the second is emotional intuition, and the third is, okay, professional intuition. What is moral intuition? Okay, so moral intuition means what? Okay, suppose you have to take decision or you have to make a choice between right and wrong. Suddenly you will find that, okay, a feeling will strike on your mind, and that feeling, that gut sense or feeling will say that, okay, A is fair and B is unfair. And this feeling comes instantly in a spontaneous manner, and on the basis of that we take decision, and that is called moral intuition. So very simple, okay. Moral intuition means what? Suddenly, instantly, a spontaneous manner of feeling strikes in our mind, and on the basis of that feeling we sense that what is right, what is wrong, and we take decisions in accordance with that feeling. That is called moral intuition. What is emotional intuition? It is also very much simple, okay. Emotional intuition means many a times we are sitting with someone, we look at the face of the person with whom we are sitting, and we say that, are you happy, are you unhappy? It seems that you are upset, it seems that today you are very much happy. What happened? Okay, have you got some reward, lottery, anything? It seems you are very much upset today. It means the person has not shared with you that why he or she is upset. The person has not shared with you that why he or she seems to be heavy, but by this gut feeling or sense, by, you can say that, reading emotions, you came to know that what is the particular state of mind of that person. So that is what emotional intuition. In the same way, the third type of intuition could be professional intuition, okay. For example, suppose there is a patient who reaches hospital, okay, and the general procedure in the hospital is that when a patient reaches, the full diagnosis will be done and then treatment will be provided, okay. But when a patient reaches at the hospital, the doctor, looking at the condition of the patient, okay, within seconds the doctor says that, okay, we will not do the full diagnosis, okay, we are admitting this patient in emergency and we will treat in accordance with that. It means the doctor has done what? The doctor is bypassing a formality of full diagnosis based on his basic instinct, gut feeling or gut sense, okay, and that is called professional intuition. So I hope that you have understood that what is professional intuition, okay. So these concepts are very much helpful for us in reading, in knowing the concepts of ethics, okay. Now let's discuss a few more things. First point here is that why we are reading about intuition, okay. Is intuition helpful in administration? Is intuition helpful for civil service aspirants? Is it any having any relevance for the civil servants? And the second point is how intuition is relevant or important for all of us. So these two ideas we need to discuss, that why intuition is important for all of us, why intuition is important for civil servants. We need to know this. So we must know this fact that in administration, for civil servants, intuition plays a very important role, because civil servants had to face many ethical dilemmas. Civil servants uh, perform very complex tasks. So many a times there will be very critical junctures or situations, and in those pressure like situations, critical situations, high pressure situations, an administrator needs to act swiftly. And in that case where there is a very little time, you have to take decision very swiftly. As an administrator in a crisis like situation, your decisions will be quick, swift, and intuition helps us in taking these quick decisions. So for administrator this is very much important, okay. The second important point is that as an administrator, as a civil servant, okay, you need to understand one thing is what? The people will come to you, they will share their problem, the villagers or any person will come and share their problem, right? And then you will act. The second point is that, okay, it might be a possibility that the people are not sharing their problems, but as an administrator you need the quality of empathy and emotional intelligence, and you need to understand the unspoken needs of the people, especially when we talk about public service. We need to understand the unspoken needs of the people. So by this empathy and emotional intelligence, we need to understand the unspoken needs of people. But here what acts as a very important factor, okay, so that is intuition. When you are able to understand the unspoken needs of people, that is what? Your intuition. Your intuition is helping you in this empathy and emotional intelligence. So intuition is directly correlated with empathy also, and intuition is directly correlated with emotional intelligence also. The third important point is that, okay, conflict resolution. Many a times as a civil servant or administrator, you will find that logical analysis fails. Many a times you will find that the values come in conflict with each other. You will find that loyalty and legality will come in conflict with each other. You will find that law and morality will come in conflict with each other. So the situation where logical analysis fails, many a times, okay, intuitive understanding of emotions helps us in resolving the problems or the challenges. So we can say that intuition is equally important for the civil servants, and it is equally important in public administration as well. So that is an important point. Okay, now let's discuss few more things here. Okay, so a psychologist Carl Jung has said or identified intuition as one of the four psychological functions. For example, thinking is a psychological function, feeling is a psychological function, sensing is a psychological function, and according to this psychologist, intuition is also a kind of psychological function. So if you have a good intuition or good gut sense or feeling, so the intuitive people are more visionary, imaginative, and inward looking. So obviously you are visionary, imaginative, and inward looking, so you will be in a condition to take effective decisions. So this quality helps us in taking effective decisions. That is important. Okay, so intuition as a quality helps in administration, or intuition as you can say that quality also helps us in taking effective decisions. Now let's see some more thing here. Okay, Gita, Indian philosophy. So in Indian philosophy also, by this Bhagavad Gita also, we can establish this link that how intuition is helpful in taking effective decisions. We can easily identify this, that how intuition is helpful in taking the effective decisions. Now, according to Bhagavad Gita, intuition is linked to inner wisdom or self-realization. Okay, it means that when we talk about intuition, we are talking about Atmagyan, Antakaran, self-realization. Okay, it means what is Antakaran? Antakaran is what? The wise act from inner harmony, not just outer logic. It means our actions must be guided by inner harmony. And when we say inner harmony, in establishing this inner harmony, the role of intuition is very much important. So Bhagavad Gita also establishes this fact that intuition is equally important for all of us. The second important area here is there is a word that is reasoning. Okay, and the second is intuition. So is there any difference between intuition and reasoning? The answer is yes. Okay, in one particular video I have discussed intuition, conscience. So you will find that conscience involves some sort of logical analysis and reasoning, but intuition does not involve some sort of logical analysis or reasoning. So always remember, since intuition is subconscious, emotional, internal, so since it is subconscious and emotional as well as instantaneous, okay, it does not involve reasoning or logical analysis, or you can say a step by step process. It does not involve these things. Okay, the decisions based on intuition may be correct, may be incorrect, or may be biased. But yes, intuition helps us in taking quick decisions in high crisis like situations. Reasoning always comes in a conscious stage. Okay, step by step process is in a conscious stage. So when we talk about reasoning, reasoning relates to, okay, the voice of conscience too. Okay, so reasoning is slower, related to conscience. It involves step by step process, and when this amount of logical reasoning we are taking while taking decisions, and we are following a step by step process, so no doubt we can say that the decisions that are based on reasoning and voice of conscience will be more reliable. Okay, if your logic is sound. So this is also one condition, that when we are taking decision, the logic must be sound. Okay, then the decisions will be correct. Okay, so I hope that you have got. Now intuition and conscience, again these two terms, they appears to be same, but they are not the same. There is a difference between two words, intuition and conscience. Okay, so we must know the difference between these two terms, what is intuition and what is conscience. That is very important for us. So let's discuss the difference between intuition and conscience. So here, intuition, what is intuition? So intuition is immediate understanding or knowledge without rational analysis. I have already discussed with you. When you say immediate understanding or knowledge It means the intuition, the decisions based on intuition are instant and spontaneous, right? It does not involve rational analysis. Any reasoning and rational analysis is not involved. If reasoning and rational analysis is not involved, it means it does not involve a step by step process. It bypasses it. And when we talk about conscience, intuition is also internal in nature. Conscience is also internal in nature. Conscience is again the inner moral sense of right and wrong that guides action. Okay, but here what we see, the role of reasoning or logical analysis is very much important. So this difference is very much crucial. Intuition, internal, it is instinctive, based on our instincts, based on our gut feeling or sense. Subconscious and emotional, where we see the conscience is ethical, moral and evaluative. So here we are writing evaluative. It means we are talking about rational analysis. Okay, that is also an important difference. The third is intuition arises from our feelings. It means that this is the source. Our feelings, our past experiences. Our gut sense is based on our feelings and our past experiences. Okay, so our intuition is based on that, but it is very quick while taking decisions. Our conscience arises from internalized moral values and ethical reasoning. Okay, internalized moral values. When your moral values become internalized, it takes long time to internalize the moral value, because when we were children, okay, in our family we learn some values. We follow any particular religion, from there also we learn some values. From social norms also we learn some values. From education also we learn some values. Right now we are reading about ethics, integrity and aptitude. Here also we are learning some values. Okay, so all these internalized moral values, okay, will do what? Will strengthen the voice of conscience. And while taking decision based on the voice of conscience, obviously the role of ethical reasoning becomes very much important. Okay, now the next difference is, okay, when we talk about intuition, so already I have discussed that intuition helps in making quick decisions, especially under uncertainty. Here uncertainty means high crisis like situations. And when we talk about conscience, so conscience helps in moral judgment and ethical decision making. This is also one part. Okay, intuition is in our conscious unconscious stage, spontaneous. Okay, and conscience is based on the learned values, moral education and reasoning, which we learn while living in a society. Okay, the next one is, okay, next one is intuition. Okay, example I have already discussed with you, that you are passing through a road, you are walking on a road, suddenly you sensed a danger and avoided that particular road. You changed your road. There is no any sign of danger, but suddenly you sensed danger and you decided not to use that route. So you take this decision that is based on intuition. Okay, and the example of conscience is what? As a government servant, if someone is offering you bribe and you are not taking bribe, you are saying no to corruption, because your moral conscience is saying that taking bribe or being promoting corruption is morally wrong, and you are not doing any corruption, you are not becoming part of any corrupt activity. So that is what conscience. Again, what we see when we talk about intuition, so intuition is, I've already told, empathy, intention, emotional intelligence, basic instincts. So intuition is linked with these things. Okay, and conscience is linked with Kantian ethics, duty based ethics, spiritual traditions like Gita and other religious themes, we can say. Okay, intuition, the decisions taken on the basis of this intuition may be biased, they may be unreliable also. Okay, they may be correct, they may be incorrect, they may be biased also. Why I am saying, suppose, okay, someone uh, want to meet you. Okay, someone is seeking an appointment with you. Okay, and that person has called you, and you spoke with that person for 2 minutes. Okay, and after 2 minutes you decided that I will not meet that person. That person does not seem to be a good person, so I will not meet that person. It means your decision is based on 2 minutes talk only. After 2 minutes talk, you take an instant decision that is spontaneous, that I will not meet that person because that person is not good, but you don't know about this person in details. This might be a possibility that that person is, okay, honest, is fit for your work, but the instant decision based on your intuition may be biased here. Okay, so this is not a guarantee to the fact that intuition will always work, but yes, we can shape our intuition. This also can be done. Okay, now conscience can experience crisis of conscience under conflicting values. I have already discussed with you that what are conflicting values, when law and morality will come in conflict with each other, when loyalty and legality will come in conflict with each other. Okay, when the laws will appear vague, when the laws will appear unclear, when the laws will appear to be manipulative, in that situation you will take decisions that are based on your conscience. Okay, but apart from this intuition, obviously we are taking it as a very important thing, but there are certain limitations of intuition as well. So what are the limitations of intuition? So it can be biased, I have already discussed. Okay, due to the past conditioning or stereotypes. Our past experiences play an important role, okay, in our intuition. So many a times, okay, our past experiences are not good. We are following some stereotypes, and in that situation, the decisions that will be taken on the basis of this intuition, there are chances that the decisions taken by such a person will be biased. And I have already told you that intuition does not follow a step by step process. Intuition does not have this feeling, or it does not have the feature or characteristic of rational analysis or logic. For example, the example of the road that I have discussed with you, that you are passing through the road, you sense danger and you avoided that road. It means that there is no any element of danger right there, but still you sense danger and you avoided that route. So we can say that intuition is not verifiable by logic or data. Okay, so many a times we see that intuition can fail also while taking complex decisions. The intuition can fail also. So intuition, there are many limitations of intuition. Okay, and we should understand this. Okay, so intuition is what? Intuition is an instinctive understanding that often operates in a subconscious stage. Okay, intuition is an internal guide that helps us in taking decisions, but conscience is also an internal guide. Conscience is an inner moral compass. Conscience evaluates about the rightness and wrongness of our actions. Conscience is more rooted in our ethics and values. So when we compare intuition with conscience, you will find that conscience is more important. Conscience plays a more central role when we talk about moral decision making. So apart from intuition, conscience is also important. Okay, so finally, concluding this lecture, we now easily understand that intuition is also a powerful ethical tool. It is a powerful emotional tool, and it helps us a lot while in decision making. Okay, so intuition does not involve process of reasoning. So we cannot say that intuition will replace reasoning. Never. Intuition should not replace reasoning. Okay, but we can say that intuition can play an a very effective role when it will be complemented with reasoning. Okay, it means that when intuition complemented with reasoning or logic, Okay, so what we can get? A more accurate decision in a very short time. Okay, so we can make fast decisions, okay, and more accurate decision based on intuition if it is complemented with logic. Okay, so a balanced civil servant use both the data driven logic they use, and many a times while performing administrative duties you will also have to work, okay, with your inner wisdom, that is with your intuition, and in this way you can ensure better governance. And that is why ethics, moral education is was the part of our curriculum in our school days. Whenever we read some story, at the conclusion part you will find that there was written what is the moral of that story. Okay, our religion has some ethical values, social norms has some ethical values. Okay, ethics has been included in your syllabus, and while training you will be taught ethics. So the basic reason behind this is that if you will read, if you will learn, ultimately this will form the part of your experiences, and in this way, okay, your intuition will enable you to make effective decisions which are less biased or not biased. Okay, but it can never be guaranteed that intuition will always give you the accurate decisions. We can never guarantee this. So I hope that you have understood about this term intuition. Thanks to all of you.